Yeah. Hey.
Review.
Yo dogs, SnailFix Jeff here. First thing I have to say is that Tales from the Borderlands, even though developed by Telltale Games, it has been confirmed as canon. It stays true to the story of Borderlands, and the events that happen in that game will be considered the actual events that happened to lead up to Borderlands 3. I decided to play it, and what rating I gave this game will actually add to the Borderlands series snail scale since it was confirmed as canon. I'll just consider it, part of the game series. Anyways, this game took 15 hours to complete. It's a Telltale game, so it's heavily story-driven. It's a graphic adventure game with a bunch of quick-timed events. The game revolves around what choices you decide to make, but it keeps you actively playing it because you're making decisions like every 30 seconds to a minute. You're constantly making decisions. You can't just really sit back and chill out the whole entire time. Now it's time for the story. So without giving too much detail though, and trying to be as vague as possible, spoiler-free as possible, which is hard to do when the game is all about the story. This game takes place right after Borderlands 2. You and your best friend are both Hyperion employees living on Helios, the big spaceship on the moon, or in front of the moon I should say. You end up going down to Pandora and getting yourself into trouble. I like to think that Telltale based this game off of Final Fantasy X. If you've ever played that game, they're very similar. You come down Pandora, you have a little build up, you and your friend, you meet more friends along the way. You eventually, your friends are pretty much either acquaintances at one point or enemies, but you build up friendships. Those friendships you build up can even become romances, or whatever you want to call it, boyfriend girlfriend shit. If you choose, you can choose that with like anybody, I'm pretty sure. But you build up a huge group of friends. This game is filled with drama, action, romance, fucking a lot of tear-jerking moments. I mean, there's a lot of good, happy parts too. When you get loots, do raids, whatnot. It's still a Borderlands game, you gotta remember that. This game, pretty much, you, your friends, your romance partner if you choose one, you guys, oh, and your rivals too, they follow you. Your enemies, rivals, they follow you there too. You take a journey across the Pandora, truly begin to care for each character in the month's time. It's a journey across Pandora, it takes a month. In that time, you actually truly care about people, and if you make a wrong decision, if you lie to somebody, you will truly regret that later on. Like, you really will regret that, and you'll try to make it right between your friend throughout like the rest of the story until it's settled. To add along with it, this game had great background settling music, fucking mood-settling music I should say, at all times. Great music, something Borderlands didn't have. The other Borderlands games that is, not this game. This is what the Borderlands series needed all along. It needed a story game, and this is not just any story game. This game is probably the top 3 stories from any game I've ever played, thanks to Telltale. It's an emotional roller coaster, and I hope in the future, when it comes to Borderlands 3, when that comes out, I hope they take notes from this game. They decide, I mean, they should take notes. This is a highly rated game. It was 10 out of 10 on Steam, like 10 out of 10 IGN, every other fucking place. I hope they take some notes from this and decide to put an amazing story into Borderlands 3, because the other Borderlands game stories are shit. And at the end of every mission, though, there's an online feature if you have internet. It tells you all the choices you made in comparison to what the other players' choices were made. And you can make some really far-fetched choices, like, can't give any spoilers, but if you're a true Borderlands fan, some of the choices I decided to make were probably some choices that Borderlands fans would never make, probably. Before that we get into the pros and cons, though, there's something I have to mention. In order to fully understand the characters, the area, what's happening, why it's happening, pretty much half the cast, you have to have beat the Borderlands the pre-sequel and the Borderlands 2 with all of its DLC. If you have not beaten those games, I'm not sure that this game is worth the buy, because you won't really know anybody or the areas. But let's move on to the pros and cons. Pros. Your choices affect your relationship with your friends greatly, which I chose to go into a romance with a character. It has one of the best stories I have played. It, like I said, reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy X, how you make friends with a bunch of randoms, acquaintances, rivals, you make a big group together and you become this powerful group together. And the characters are extremely likable. I mean, at the start, you don't really care for the characters, let's be real, but then you really, truly get the backstory of all of them. You truly care for them eventually. The game doesn't have the best ending, but the ending was great. And You won't be disappointed, you won't be bummed out or anything, but you'll be happy at how it ends. The choices you make also greatly vary from right and wrong. Like I said, I made some choices that a true Borderlands fan would never make. I can't really say more, it's spoilers. Though this game always has you wanting to come back and play it until you finally beat it. Pretty much, they always leave you off on a cliffhanger like a real TV show episodes. I know I always would want to come back because I always would say something to fuck up with my relationship and I'd be like, oh man, I hope at the end of the day this relationship pans out. This game is filled with moments where you're completely thinking, you know, I was sitting there thinking like, there's a man with a mask, you know? I definitely know who that character is. I'm definitely good at guessing these things. But then it's like, wrong. Nice try, get beta kid plot twist, you were wrong. Anyways, let's move on to the cons. There's only one con, although the choices you make through the entire game are completely change up your relationships and who your friends are by the end of the game. The ending doesn't really change. It's the same ending, just different characters if you choose to become friends with different characters. It's not a bad thing because they chose a good way to end the game. But let's move on. Actually, wait. I thought of another one actually. This game actually has no replay value because you play through it once, you made your story. You made your decisions. You're not, well for me, I'm not tempted to go through a game and make different decisions. I already made the decisions I made. I don't want to go back and play it again with different decisions. That's just not me. There's a reason I made my decisions. Why should I play that game again, you know? Plus you already know the story once you beat it. Oh, I thought of another one too actually. This game has a lot of loading screens, a lot. Probably like loading screen every 5 minutes maybe. That sounds a little bit much. Probably is about right, 5 minutes or something like that. So, put up against a snail sheet. This game gets... Wait, no, there's something I forgot to mention. I played this game on PS4 because in 15 hours you'll get a platinum trophy, 5 golds, 10 silvers, and 20 bronze trophies. And the trophies are not objective based. You are guaranteed to get them just by playing through the game. So, achievement hunters love this game. Just letting you know that now. You should probably buy it on Xbox or PS4 if you own them just to get the free trophies. Has a lot. Anyways, put up against a snail sheet, this game gets a 94 out of 100. Well, thanks for watching, but I'm still gonna put this game under the do not buy list, despite its extremely high rating they give it. It's a fucking amazing game. It's just, I'm gonna label it yellow. Yellow means that you should only buy it if you have played the previous games in the series, because you just really won't get a lot of what's going on if you didn't play Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 with all the DLCs and a pre-sequel. You just won't understand what's going on. I hate it's that way, but only buy this game if you have played the previous Borderlands games. If you have, oh, definitely buy this fucking game. 94 out of 100, dude. It's fucking amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in the yellow for do not buy, but it actually means buy it if you have played the previous games. But one good thing though I would like to mention is, based on the story that this game had and the gameplay that Borderlands 2 had, I think Borderlands 3 is gonna be good, and I will buy it. So keep on snailing, guys. Oh, and move over, you know. I have a new fucking waifu now. Fuck you, bitch. Because of my sauce, homeway, Rick Ross, the bitch and the boss, the cows get tossed, no line to get crossed, my weed is so green that it looks